Hi, I'm Judy, and today I'll be talking about something that's even more important than your actual technical copywriting skills and can help you improve and also land clients. And so it doesn't matter if you buy a 997 course or read a bunch of marketing books, because if you don't have these two things, you won't really make it as a copywriter. These two things are patience and the just do it mentality. But before I tell you what those things are, I want to also tell you why I'm actually making this video, because it might be something that you actually relate to. The other day, I sent an email about why the just do it mentality is so important, like just taking action and writing copy even though you have no idea what you're doing. And I got a reply to that email. The person that replied told me that they get scared when they're trying to do the work, when they open Word or Google Docs. They can't bring themselves to actually start writing because they're scared of, I'm assuming, messing up, but they said they get scared of actually doing the work. This is a very common issue that I face as well. When I just started out, I was scared of messing up for some reason, and I just couldn't bring myself to write. Even though I had reference or inspiration, I just couldn't bring myself to write because I was scared of messing up and then just thinking that I'm a horrible copywriter and then quitting. And because so many beginner copywriters struggle with this problem, I want to tell you something that might sound a bit obvious, but I want to reframe your brain on this entire subject. Technically, the only way to actually get better at copy and become a good copywriter is by messing up. And so it's a huge part of becoming a great copywriter. It's only ever bad if you keep writing without reference and without feedback. That way, you don't even know if what you're writing is good copy or not. And so, let's say you wrote a piece of copy, the next best thing to do is get it reviewed by a copywriter that's a lot better than you. This can be in a coaching program, this can be in a Discord server, or even in our community. And so, if you're interested, you can actually click the top link down below, getcopyskills.com, and you can sign up and get started. So obviously, the more feedback you get, the better you get, and you're going to realize that you want to mess up and you're going to write even more. And so it's like a domino effect. And it's only hard in the beginning, so I would say just do it, and that's why it's called the just do it mentality. If for some reason you can't get feedback on your copy, what I would say and what I do to this day is rewrite copy, pieces of copy. So this can be a sales letter, ads, an email, just rewrite them and you will notice structures, you will notice, buzzwords, all these things that make copy fun and persuasive. I personally recommend doing this with a swipe file, and if you want to know what that is and if you want to have one, you can check out my video that I made on swipe files down below. This practice of rewriting copy is something that I'm doing right now every day to improve my copy because I haven't really been happy with it. And honestly, in my opinion, it's one of the best ways to practice, of course, after writing your own copy and getting feedback on it. Now that that's out of the way and you can, practice copy in peace and improve, you're obviously going to want to sell your services. And this is where the very feared subject of outreach comes in. Now, I've made a lot of videos on this subject, mainly the technical stuff that you can check out on this channel and my channel, my personal channel. So in this video, I won't be getting into the technical stuff because, no matter what I tell you, there's not really a fixated framework that works for outreach. Basically, all you have to do is do outreach, observe the results, improve, rinse and repeat. It's pretty simple, and what pisses most people off is that process is really hard. Even if they get the courage to do outreach, even if they've done like hundreds of outreaches, they get really pissed off and usually they quit or they just don't see the point anymore. That's obviously because they don't see any results, and that's actually pretty normal. So what I'm going to tell you about this is forget about all the outreach methods, trying to, look for a new outreach method or, even the framework that I just told you. What is going to get you clients is patience and persistence. Do you think that if you did outreach for 5 years, you wouldn't land a client? If you did the process of doing outreach, observing the results, improving, and doing a lot of outreaches for 5 years, you would certainly land at least like 3 or 4 clients. And you would have so much experience and you will certainly get to a high income. The problem is most people don't have the patience for that. They don't have the persistence and the energy for that. And that's why they fail, even if they only do outreach for a few months. The mindset that I went in with is I'm planning to do outreach for 2 years straight. And so I landed a lot of, small project clients, which kept me going. What's the saying again? Um, you don't get tired when you win or something like that. When you see the wins, you keep going. But I'm aware that there's a lot of people that don't get those wins, and that's normal. That's a part of outreach. I also didn't get a win for like a year until I got my first small project, but I was willing to put the work in for several years and not just 90 days. And you got to get into it with a realistic mindset. I'm not saying that it's not possible. It's definitely possible, but you got to broaden your time horizon. The more you're willing to put in it, the more you're willing to, sacrifice your time for it, the sooner you will get results. Like when I used to hear this as a beginner, like I got really pissed off because I kept seeing people hitting 10K in like 3 months, and I was like, basically, you're telling me that's impossible. But it's not impossible, but you gotta be willing. Like, if 3 months passes, you gotta be like, okay, I was planning to do this for longer anyway. It's purely a mindset shift. Everything about outreach is just purely mindset. This was a short and simple video, but if you really do your best to understand it, I feel like it's going to help a lot because this is something that I needed to hear as someone who just started out with copywriting. If my voice sounded unclear or weird during this video, it's because I'm kind of sick, and so I apologize for that. But thank you so much for watching this video. You can leave your recommendations for the next video in the comment section. Of course, if you have any questions, you can leave those there as well. And thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.